If you're looking to get your first ever cinematic drone, I highly suggest you go straight to the DJI Flip. The image quality alone is a good reason, especially considering the price. But let me give you 5 reasons why you should consider the DJI Flip and also a bunch of considerations you need to make before spending your hard-earned money. With that said, let's get into it. As always, honest disclaimer, this video is not sponsored or paid. I just borrowed the DJI Flip from DJI Philippines and they won't see this video or my script prior to release. But let me tell you right now that I really want to buy this drone. Though there are a few things that are kinda holding me back and I'll share them with you later. Now, the first reason why you should consider the DJI Flip is its design and construction. It's arguably one of the most unique drones on the market. Out of the box, you'll get a relatively compact drone that from its name has 4 propellers that flip out like so. It's intuitive and easy to deploy in just a matter of seconds. Let's take a look around so that you can get a better idea of its design. This is how it looks when in compact mode, and this is how it looks when all the propellers are flipped out. It's significantly larger than the DJI Neo when flipped out, which offers a few advantages that we will tackle later. Looking in front, as you can tell, it's quite low to the ground with a tilted up form factor. We also have the camera module here in a 3-axis gimbal. It features a 1/1.3-inch CMOS sensor that is similar to the much more expensive DJI Mini 4 Pro. Above it, we have a display that not only shows the different quickshot modes but also features a 3D infrared sensor for automatic braking.
Follow, Droney, Circle, Rocket, Spotlight, Direction Track.
On the right side, you'll get a better view of the tilted form factor, giving enough space for the gimbal. We also have here the LED indicators and the power button beside it. On the other side, we have the mode button, a micro SD card slot, and the USB Type-C port. At the back, you'll get an idea of how close the DJI Flip is to the ground. This makes it stable upon liftoff and landing, but can also suck in dirt and debris. So be careful where you launch it, should you choose to do so on the ground. Up top, we have the battery that can easily be removed using the 2 buttons on its side. And then at the bottom, we have a camera and infrared sensors. And as you can tell, the DJI Flip weighs under 249 grams, which excludes it from some requirements and registration. Perfect for casual users and beginners. Now, the DJI Flip is the DJI's first drone with a foldable full coverage propeller guard that features carbon fiber support, making it durable while keeping its weight within the limit. For the most part, it honestly feels robust, the plastic construction feels solid enough, and on par with other DJI products. My only concern here is probably the propeller hinges, but I guess only time will tell how long this will last. You also have to be mindful about the camera and gimbal, as it protrudes quite a bit, making it somehow vulnerable if neglected. Now, the second reason why you should consider the DJI Flip is also the reason why I would pick this over the DJI Neo, which is image quality. With a similar sensor to the more expensive DJI Mini 4 Pro, you'll get amazing image quality with DLAG-M support at a fraction of the price. The difference in image quality between the DJI Flip and the DJI Neo, in my honest opinion, is night and day. The DJI Flip offers a more natural-looking image with just the right amount of contrast, sharpness, colors, and 4K resolution that doesn't look upscaled or enhanced, at least when compared to the DJI Neo. We also have DLAG-M support with the DJI Flip, which makes a ton of difference and flexibility in post-processing. And they don't even have to reduce the sharpness and noise reduction here compared to the DJI Neo. It just looks significantly better out of the box. What's good about this is that DLAG-M is also available in the DJI Fly app should you choose to use only your smartphone without a physical controller like the DJI RC-N3 or DJI RC2. And you can even use native DJI filters with the DJI Flip, which is a game changer compared to the DJI Neo. I made a dedicated comparison video about that, which you can watch by clicking the card above. Now, the third reason why you should consider the DJI Flip is its ease of use and overall features. Granted, it's not as easy as the DJI Neo because you still have to flip out the propellers and whatnot, but it's still pretty quick and easy to deploy, and with a bunch of auto modes like the DJI Neo, it is perfect for beginners. Now, there are 3 ways to control the DJI Flip: using the drone alone with its 6 intelligent shooting modes, using only your mobile phone with the DJI Fly app, or using the included remote controller. Using the DJI Flip alone, you can do at least 6 different intelligent shooting modes like Follow, Droney, Circle, Rocket, Spotlight, and Custom, wherein you can choose between Helix, Boomerang, and Directional Track. You can customize each shooting mode via the DJI Fly mobile app in terms of distance and height. Now, speaking of mobile apps, you'll get more options, features, and manual control when using the DJI Flip with the DJI Fly app on your smartphone. Inside the mobile app, you'll have manual control, wherein you can control not only the movement of the drone, but also the tilt of the gimbal. You can also do voice commands and take advantage of the nifty audio feature wherein you can use either your smartphone's internal microphone or an external microphone like the DJI Mic 2. You can even adjust the noise reduction. Here's a quick demo for you guys. Mic test, microphone test 1 2 3, 1 2 3, microphone test 1 2 3. So I'm using the microphone of my iPhone 16 Pro Max to test the audio quality using the DJI Flip. Alright, so this is a microphone test for the DJI Flip with a DJI Mic 2 connected here via Bluetooth. Microphone test 1 2 3, 1 2 3. So you can connect your external microphone here or use the microphone of your smartphone. Alright, so I turned off the DJI Mic 2. Now you're listening to the microphone of the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I had to put the DJI Flip farther away from me because of the collision warning. Alright, so again, back to the DJI Mic 2, microphone test 1 2 3. There you go. Aside from that, as I alluded to earlier, you can change a ton of settings here in the mobile app, like the resolution, frame rate, color profile, and others. And what's good about this is that you can also use the D-Log-M color profile on the intelligent shooting modes, which means you don't have to compromise image quality when using these modes. By the way, the DJI Flip also has internal storage, but is only 1.9 gigabytes. And lastly, we have some safety and control options here on the DJI Fly app, but that's basically it. There are several missing options here that are available via the remote control, such as full manual control over things like ISO, shutter speed, and exposure compensation. And there's no way to adjust sharpness and noise reduction here, which is a bummer. Speaking of the remote control, in my honest opinion, if you want the safest and best way to fully take advantage of the DJI Flip, using a remote controller is the way to go. What I have here is the DJI RC2, which has a built-in display and its own operating system. It has a bunch of physical controls with a couple of joysticks, a dedicated button for RTH and power, a switch for 3 different shooting modes, a bunch of LED indicators, a dedicated button for video recording and capturing photos, a couple of antennas for maximum reach and altitude, a couple of dials, a micro SD card slot and USB Type-C port, and a bunch of mounting points for lanyard support. We even have 2 extra buttons at the back. With that said, if you have the budget, I highly recommend you to get the Fly More combo, which comes with this DJI RC2 remote, 3 batteries with the charger, 3 sets of replacement propellers, and a carrying bag. Now, I won't go over all the settings here on the DJI RC2 remote, but what's important here is that you'll get the O4 video transmission system, which allows for better wire stability and reach compared to using only your smartphone. It also offers a ton of safety warnings and checklists and allows you to customize pretty much all the settings available for the DJI Flip, including the camera settings like ISO, shutter speed, exposure compensation, white balance, resolution, you get the idea. And most importantly, sharpness and noise reduction settings. We also have all the safety and control settings here and all the camera options, including grid lines and others. So yeah, almost 98% of the time, I'm using the DJI RC2. Now, the fourth reason why you should consider the DJI Flip is its battery life, especially if you get the Fly More combo variant. The DJI Flip's battery features a 3110 mAh capacity that can last up to 31 minutes. That is a significant upgrade compared to the DJI Neo, which only lasts around 17 minutes, and is just slightly below the DJI Mini 4 Pro, which can last up to 34 minutes. And having 3 batteries with the Fly More combo for me is more than enough for a particular location. I also like the charger that comes with the Fly More combo, as it can charge up to 4 batteries and supports parallel charging of 2 batteries. And finally, the fifth reason why you should consider the DJI Flip is its speed and wind resistance. And this has a huge asterisk to it, but in relation to the DJI Neo, is definitely an upgrade. The DJI Flip has a max ascend and descent speed of 5 meters per second, which is the same as the DJI Mini 4 Pro and is significantly faster than the 2 meter per second speed of the DJI Neo. It also offers a max horizontal speed of 12 meters per second, which is twice as fast as the DJI Neo, and I can definitely feel and see that during my comparison testing. Now, the DJI Flip has a 10.7 meter per second or level 5 wind resistance, which is better than the 8 meter per second or level 4 wind resistance of the DJI Neo. And on paper, it should be the same as the DJI Mini 4 Pro, which also has a level 5 wind resistance. However, based on some users' feedback, they say that the DJI Flip is weaker, both in terms of horizontal speed and wind resistance compared to the DJI Mini 4 Pro. But again, if compared to the DJI Neo, it is still an upgrade. That's why it's still one of the 5 reasons why I should consider the DJI Flip, especially considering the price. Now, the DJI Flip, as awesome as it is far from perfect. And here are a few considerations you have to make to align it with your preferences and needs. First is, as I just mentioned, speed and wind resistance. If you think you will always use it in locations with extreme wind conditions, you might consider bigger and faster drones. But if you only need it for casual use cases and cinematic footage, then the DJI Flip should be capable enough. Second is the lack of useful options using just your mobile phone with the DJI Fly app. I don't like the fact that you cannot adjust the sharpness and noise reduction and other camera settings using the DJI Fly app. Third is the lack of FPV capability like the DJI Neo. Maybe the Flip's design and construction are not good enough or designed for that purpose. But yeah, definitely a bummer. Fourth is the lack of vehicle subject tracking, which is kinda understandable due to the lack of obstacle avoidance other than the forward-facing sensor. But for the price, it is definitely understandable. And lastly, the lack of legit vertical shooting. It's a bummer as the gimbal design could allow for it, but maybe there's a design limitation for that. Most of the considerations I mentioned are quite understandable given the price. If they put all that on the DJI Flip, it might affect the mini series. So yeah, I still think the DJI Flip is a good beginner drone. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. Now, I mentioned in the intro that there are a few things that are holding me back on the DJI Flip, and one of those is the vehicle tracking. I'm planning on doing some travel videos in the future, and this is something that I need to consider. With that being said, image quality alone is still enough reason for me to consider the DJI Flip over the DJI Neo. And if you think about it, the DJI Flip is arguably the cheapest DJI drone that offers this kind of image quality, and its price difference compared to the DJI Mini 4 Pro is quite significant, and even compared to the DJI Mini 3 is still relatively cheaper. So for me, I have no choice because I cannot afford the DJI Mini 4 Pro right now. Aside from that, the DJI Flip offers a ton of features that cater to beginners with a design and form factor that's not too intimidating and with safety in mind. Features that you otherwise will only see on more expensive drones at a fraction of the price. It's easily in a league of its own if you consider the price to features to performance ratio. And yes, it's not as versatile as the DJI Neo, but it's definitely more capable and offers superior image quality and performance. And there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Huge thanks to DJI Philippines for letting me experience the DJI Flip. I'll put some links below if you're interested. Now, if you're looking for the best action camera for vlogging, make sure to watch my review of the DJI Action 5 Pro by clicking this. Thank you for watching, subscribe if you appreciate this video, and see you next time. Have a great day, guys. You're awesome.